Welcome back to The Man in the Middle. I'm your host, Bill West. Today we're doing one for the kids, and we're going to be covering the different variations of the Starship Enterprise from Star Trek. The first Enterprise that we see here was released in 1966. The ship, not the toy. Uh, the U.S.S. Enterprise NCC 1071 was first commanded by Captain Robert April. It moved to Christopher Pike, and most famously was captained by, on its last 5-year mission, by James T. Kirk before it was retired, or not retired, but they rebuilt it from the keel up. The Enterprise was not just not just a starship. It was a character in its own right in the TV series. It was their home. It was where they worked. It was where they played. For 5 years, this is where they lived. They defeated Klingons, Romulans, Gorn, Tholians, all kinds of bad guys with the ship before it was finally retired. And in 1979, we had this beauty. This is the refit Enterprise. After its last 5-year mission, they took it to space dock and totally rebuilt her. This was the one from Star Trek the Motion Picture to Star Trek 3, where it was destroyed over the Genesis planet. And from there, in Star Trek 4, it was replaced with the 1701A, which was the same class of ship, but it had its own sets of peculiarities that they had to get through, and we last saw it on screen in Star Trek 6. Coming up is not an Enterprise, but we're looking at the U.S.S. Excelsior. We saw this in Star Trek 3 under the command of, can't remember the captain's name, but later Captain Sulu took it over. This is the NCC 2000 designation, which designates it as Sulu ship. The original the Excelsior was first NX 2000, the NX meaning it was experimental. After that is the Enterprise B. This was the ship that Kirk flew on his final mission in Star Trek Generations. He was declared missing after a run-in with the Nexus ribbon. This Enterprise here is a version of the NCC 1701D. We saw this in All Good. The only time we saw this was in All Good Things. This is a possible future version commanded by Admiral William Riker. You can see a lot of differences between this one. I wish I had the original D class. This has a phaser cannon on the primary saucer, a third nacelle, and you can't see them up top, but there are a couple of weapon emplacements or sensor emplacements. We're really not sure what they are. Behind it is the USS Enterprise from the 2008 movies and beyond. It was Star Trek Beyond, and Star Trek Into Darkness. It was destroyed in Star Trek Beyond and replaced with the another version, but slightly rebuilt. Here it is again, a smaller version of it. And I'm gonna, if I can find it here. This is the Reliant. Khan Noonien Singh from the original Star Trek episode Space Seed commandeered the Reliant and went after Admiral Kirk. He was an admiral at the time, and this is the ship that carried the Genesis project. They were looking for a new planet or planetoid to test the Genesis torpedo, and we found out that it didn't work in Star Trek 3. Once again, the 2008 Enterprise. Oh, who are you? This is the Baran. This is from Star Trek Discovery, one of the many ships from that TV series. Ooh. Hmm. There are two more there. I can't quite get to them. I'm not sure of their names or designations because I've got stuff between here and there and I'm not able to get to them. I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, I am sitting down trying to uh, get this to flip over, but it's not going to. Uh, Star Trek came out in 1966, 2 years after I was born. Lasted for 3 years. In the 70s, it went to 2 years in an animated series, and then finally, you know, went dormant until 1979, until it started a series of movies. Ran through uh, Star Trek 1 through 6, then also had uh, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise, and Discovery, Lower Decks, Picard. It's had quite a lifespan for a 50-plus year old TV series. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know the story. One of my favorite memories of my father was I was at the kitchen table and he was building a Enterprise. I couldn't have been more than 3 or 4 years old at the time, I think. But all right, this one was for the kids. I hope you enjoyed it. It's coming up to Christmas soon. I hope everybody's enjoying the holiday season. I hope you're staying safe with everything that's going on. And I'll talk to you soon. If you like what you saw here, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you later.